Mad Dog and Merrill here, and we're in beautiful Door County at the Maritime Museum in Sturgeon Bay, and we're here to research shipwrecks of years past.
Shipwreck beer, that is, matey.
We'll be right back with it, too.
Yar, shipwreck beer on the way.
Yar.
Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grillin' is brought to you by Modern Home Products, the makers of MHP, Phoenix, and Profire Grills. All natural Golden Plump Chicken, Minnesota and Wisconsin raised. It's golden good. Cherry Delight, a Door County original. Door County Distillery. Crisp Kraut, the world's finest sauerkraut, proudly produced in Wisconsin for over a century. Fat Louise Olive Oil. And Door Peninsula Winery. Experience the flavor of Door Peninsula Winery.
Hey folks, welcome back to Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling. You know, we're going to be talking with Brewmaster Rich from Shipwreck Brewery. And it's great to have great brews like Shipwreck because you got diversity, you have choices.
Right.
And in grilling, there's one great thing about cooking with beer. There's one great thing about cooking with beer.
Right.
And that's the different flavors that you get when you're cooking with beer. And there's two great things about cooking with beer.
Life's good.
Hey, I'm going to talk a little bit about brines right now.
Go right ahead, sir.
And brines have three major ingredients. You need moisture in a brine because the sea salts open up the pores of the meat and lets the moisture in. Today, and it's wonderful to work with, I'm going to do the cherry wheat from Shipwreck Brewery, the cherry wheat. And I'm going to brine some nice pork loin chops, boneless pork loins. And we have sea salt, we have kosher salt. One of the sodiums is blessed by the rabbi, that would be the sea salt. The other one is harvested and from seas and let dried, and the natural sodium in the water becomes sea salts. And the different flavors throughout the world create different qualities and different flavors of sea salts throughout the world.
Gotcha.
Oh, but if you look underneath a microscope, real quick, if you look underneath a microscope with sea salts, it's beautiful felt layers of different gorgeous sea salts that melt in your palate. Okay? You follow me so
in your
far?
mouth, in your palate. You got her.
But they take this wonderful stuff and they pulverize the dickens out of it. They run it into little BBs and they make table salt. So we're going to do sea salt so it opens up the pores. Okay. We're going to take a little bit of onion. That's our flavorizer today.
Are those my onions?
No, those are my onions. We had a little argument off air. So I'm going to do onions in there. We're going to use a bottle of beer of nice cherry wheat Shipwreck Brewery. We're going to add a little bit of sea salt to open up the pores. I'm going to add some maple syrup. And our flavorizer today, we're going to add our Nature's Garden marinade, which is a teriyaki marinade. And I marinated these for about 18 hours. These are pork loin chops.
Wow.
And we marinated the pork loin chops. Here's how you present them to the grill. You take them out of the brine, you plop them on the countertop, you pat them dry so you don't have the brine on the outside. You glisten them with a little Fat Louise olive oil, a little organic Fat Louise olive oil or your flavor. You season them up with a little bit of Grandma Hazel's, and then you present them to the grill for about 4 to 5 minutes on both sides. And I'm just going to grab a loin right here on the grill.
Oh, God, I was worried.
And we're just going to slice into our pork loin, and we're going to see lots of moisture there because we added the brine to it. It's actually absorbing the moisture and the flavor because of the sea salts and the wonderful Shipwreck brew.
Big difference. Big difference. That is for sure. Hey, let me show you my legs.
I got the loins and you got the legs,
baby. I got the legs. Look at them babies, huh?
Hey, I'll tell you what.
Turkey legs. You know, you go to the Renaissance Fair, everybody wants to know how do you do turkey legs. Okay.
Let him. Honest to goodness.
Oh, it's moist.
Not delicious?
Give me a whole slice, though.
I could have when I'm done. Okay, do your turkey legs. I apologize.
I want to talk about pork. Pork's delicious. All right. How do you do turkey legs? Turkey legs are very easy to do at grill. This is how they do it at the Renaissance Fair. As you can see, I've browned these up, but let me show you how to prep these. It's very easy to do. What I'll use is that I like using some citrus, some lemons. You could squeeze them on there or just throw them right in this pan where I've got 3 legs. Never knew I was a 3-legged man, did you? And then there again, I'll let you open up the lemonade.
You need some of this?
I need some of this.
I thought you were thirsty.
Well, I was thirsty.
So you have a little, what beer do you have in there?
The beer I have today, sir, is the Captain's Copper.
Captain's Copper Ale.
Yep. Very good.
A little bit of lemonade?
Yeah, got a little, add some nice flavor on there. Now, actually, when I'm going to do this, which we always joked, I add a lot more than that. Fill her up, fill her up, fill her up. Oh, yeah. We're really going to
check the oil, too?
Yeah, check the oil. Look underneath the tank there, all right. Got that on there. What I'm going to do is just wrap this up in foil. Whoa. So what I'm going to do is wrap this up in foil, place it on the grill it direct for about approximately 35 to 40 minutes. Okay, I'm parboiling this.
I'm listening.
And then I'm going to take the legs out and then brown them up and put a little barbecue sauce on them. I don't know what I'm going to put any barbecue sauce on them. My barbecue sauce, there it is. I got worried. Place a little hickory barbecue sauce. Last 20 minutes. Sear them up really good. They come out really nice and juicy. And
I got
really
the
nice
giggles.
and moist. You got the giggles?
I got the giggles.
He's got the giggles.
He's going to take the legs home from him.
I'm going to take my legs along with his loins. I'll see you later.
No, wait.
What?
Okay. We'll see you later.
Goodbye.
Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grillin' is brought to you in part by Door County Distillery, distilling the spirit of Door County.
Hey, welcome back to Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling. I'll tell you what, we're having a great time here today with over 6,000 to 10,000 shipwrecks in the Great Lakes, 3,000 shipwrecks alone in Lake Michigan.
Really?
Who better to bring in for our next segment than Rich Zilke, the brewmaster at Shipwreck Brewery in Egg Harbor. Rich, thank you so much.
Thank you for coming, sir. Thank you. He's my type of shipmate, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, brewmaster.
I want to go into ship with him.
Those aren't boilers down below.
Oh, they're not?
No.
Oh, nobody told me that.
Anyway, we're going to have some fun. Once again, we're going to have some fun with some great Shipwreck brew. I'm going to be doing the Bayside Blonde because I want a nice, light, clean beer that's going to add some great flavor to the light chicken and have the brew flavor, but not take away from the chicken so much.
Well, I'm going to do the Peninsula Porter because I want a heavy, heavy taste. I got sirloin steak already cut up, marinated with a little bit of fat Louis olive
Well, you
oil.
know that the Shipwreck Brewery in Egg Harbor does a nice pot roast with the porter.
Ah,
Beautiful
yes,
gravy, yeah.
I bet
Yeah,
you that
absolutely.
really adds to the old beef flavor on that.
Yeah, the complexity in the beer really adds a lot.
Yeah.
Sets a lot of flavors off in the food.
Well, you
Yes.
actually went the cherry wheat for a vinaigrette.
Yes, yeah, on the salads, and
Oh, I
that's
could
just one of a
yeah.
kind.
Let's
Really
talk
unique.
a little bit about the Shipwreck Brewery. It's actually open year-round.
Right, up in Egg Harbor, we do 7 different beers on tap. We also do 4 beers in bottled 6-packs that we distribute throughout Wisconsin.
Okay.
We're even in the Chicagoland area new this year. So,
And you folks in the Twin Cities.
Twin Cities as well, yeah.
Twin Cities.
So
just
look for it on the shelves.
Why don't you explain each one of the ones that we have in
Yeah.
front of us?
Sure,
folks
yeah.
in Twin Cities and Wisconsin.
The Peninsula Porter is our darkest one. And again, it's got overtones of coffee and roasted and really unique ingredient to use in food.
Temperature-wise, can you serve it? Do you serve it a little chilled, right?
Yeah, darker beers you tend to serve a little bit warmer, depending on your palate.
Right.
But sure, no problem there. We have the Bayside Blonde. That's kind of our daily drinker, one of our
Sure.
lighter ones. We have a
That's why I chose it.
There you go. We have a
I
Captain.
go with the heavy. Go ahead.
Somewhere in between, we've got the Captain's Copper. That's an amber ale.
One of
Okay.
my favorites. by
And
the
then, of course, our staple, the Door County Cherry Wheat.
Right.
Which, it's a one-of-a-kind flavor with the Montmorency cherries in Door County. So
You know, I got to
nothing
tell you,
like it.
we were staying in Sturgeon Bay and we're down in the pool with these folks, and they were drinking some Shipwreck beer. And they says, "Where were you?" They go, "Oh, we go up to the Shipwreck Brewery." And I go, "Oh, that's great." He goes, "We've been going for the last 5 years. Is there anything else to see up north of the Shipwreck
Of Egg
Brewery?"
Harbor?
Yeah.
That's the end of the line.
That was the end of the line for them.
Well, hey, let's get down to a little bit of
All right,
cooking.
okay.
And now, Rich, you don't have the time to do much grilling, do you?
Not really, no.
And we're filming this in August, in July here, and this last week was that big stretch of 90-degree weather, and you hit 104 in
In
your
the brew
brewing
house.
In the
Wow.
brew house, 104.
We're boiling 600 gallons of beer at one time,
Yeah.
so that'll heat the place up.
So do Rich a favor and drink some of that Shipwreck brew to make it all worth his while. You know, I don't have do you have a can opener, Rich? A
I
bottle
think I've
opener?
got you covered. Yeah.
Thank you very
Oh,
much.
thank you. You had it on a twist off.
I've been wanting to do injectables so long on this show, and injectables are fun because it's an inside-out marinade.
Right.
Cuts of meat are getting leaner and leaner, so whether this was pork, whether this was wild game, a beautiful chicken breast on the grill, I'm going to do a nice little injectable. We don't want anything to clog up the injectable system itself, so I've got a little bit of onion powder in there to begin with.
All right.
And I'm going to take a little bit of the Bayside Blonde Ale, and you can use any one of the Shipwreck brews, but I'm going to do a little Bayside Blonde. I'm going to mix up that garlic, that onion powder, and I'm going to add a little bit of spicy barbecue sauce.
That's interesting.
I did some last night. I got them on the grill. I want to cut into them
Okay.
so bad, but we got to wait till I do the injectables
All
here.
right.
I'm going to add just a couple slivers of jalapenos in there to create a little more flavor. And all we're going to do is give that a nice little shaking. and mix all those ingredients up. Mix the jalapenos, mix the spicy barbecue sauce, the beautiful blonde ale. And I'm going to take my injectable. I've got the chicken breast here. Hold on now, folks, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Here we go. Nice and slow. Beautimous.
All right.
Okay, here we go. Watch this chicken breast now. And it's like going to the dentist. As you inject in, you pull out at the same time, Rich. So I'm going to inject in a little bit, and it's going to squirt just a little bit at the end in several different areas.
Should you be wearing a mask?
And it's a great way to add a marinade. I marinated some overnight, and all I simply do is pat them dry, add a little oil. I added a little bit of Grandma Hazel's over the top, and I think we should cut into one of those.
You got
Let me grab
her.
one.
You got her.
They're the 4R that I did on the grill. And here, let's just see if we can add some nice flavor. There's the injectables on the inside.
Oh, beautiful job, sir.
So the flavor cuts all the way through the inside of that beautiful chicken breast, and you don't want to overcook them. These are great. You guys do your recipe. I'll test this out.
All right, okay, all right. We're going to do a little quick porter beer here. I've got some steaks, sirloin. If you get that away, if you could open that for me, sir.
All right.
Then put about a half a bottle in there.
6 ounces of porter.
You got it. Porter's really good. It's got a good flavor to it. That's perfect. Okay, and I'm going to add a little bit of it. It's sort of funny. We don't ever talk about what we're doing. I'm adding some of our garlic barbecue sauce into this because I like garlic.
The porter and the garlic seem to go well.
The porter and the garlic, and I'm using onion powder.
I thought you were going to have Rich hold the bag for you.
I was, but we're getting short on time here, so we're going to mix that up.
We got lots of time.
I'm going to mix that all together. Actually, we use a little bit of Worcestershire sauce in here. If you grab me, got the Worcestershire.
Yeah.
The W, put that in there. Let this go over like 2 hours or so. You can leave it overnight, but it comes out really nice, rich, very flavorful.
Rich is right next to you.
Is he? Is it rich? Okay. And then, I got some on the grill here.
Hey, that looks delicious.
Let's take her.
Plate that baby up, man.
You got her.
Look at that. Little toast on the side.
Bit of toast on the side.
Hey, Rich, while he's doing that, you've got a great festival, a first-time festival in Egg Harbor, September 22nd.
Right.
Now, this show, that's about a month away. So September 22nd.
Right, it's our first annual. It's called the Egg Harbor Ale Fest. Should be about 100 different microbreweries from around the Midwest. There's
Not
some
just
great
Wisconsin. Microbrew beers, 100 different breweries?
Absolutely, yeah.
100. He can't even count that high.
Unlimited sales. So you really get to try a bunch of different flavors. There's so much going on in Wisconsin microbrews right now, so it's a good chance to get exposed to a bunch of different styles of beers.
And there's a website for that. It's called eggharboralefest.com, and they can go on shipwreckmicrobrew.com to learn more on both the Shipwreck Brewery and the Open Year Round for the menus and the great ales and beers that are on tap.
Right,
there.
and you can snatch up your tickets for the Brewfest at eggharboralefest.com because they're going fast.
Yeah, I bet they are. Should be a good time.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
Looking
Rich,
forward
thank you
to it.
so much. I know
Yes,
you
sir.
got to get back to the brew house and do a little sweating in the brew house there.
Right,
But
we're going to make some more. So.
All right, good. Don't run out. Whatever we do, don't dry out the well, okay?
All right, we'll be right back with more Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grill. And you folks in Wisconsin, you folks in Minnesota, you make sure you pick up some great Shipwreck Brewery in 4 different great flavors in the bottles. We'll be right back.
Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grillin' is brought to you by all natural Golden Plump Chicken, Minnesota and Wisconsin raised. It's golden good.
Hi folks, I'm Doreen and this is my son Chris from Leisure City. Cook on a Phoenix grill just like Mad Dog and Merrill.
The Kamado Joe featuring the Classic Joe and the Big Joe.
Smoke, grill, and make delicious tasting pizzas.
See our wood-fired pellet grills by Louisiana and Memphis Grills.
For those tasty fish fries at home, the Timber-Edge Outdoor Deep Fryer. With 8 different lines, we're sure to have that perfect barbecue grill for you.
That's Leisure City, your grilling center of the North. Highway 51 North, Woodruff.
In the shadow of Lambeau Field, walk the path of legends, a historical tribute to the legacy of Green Bay football. Just down the road, discover more of what the Oneida Nation has to offer. From the rolling hills of Buffalo Bluff and the magic of traditional smoke dancing to the exquisite variety of standing stone buffet, and so much more in between, Oneida offers a wide variety of culture and experiences. It's all right here. Seguli, welcome to the Oneida Nation.
Hey folks, Mad Dog and Merrill here. I'll tell you what, today I went to the freezer department
right.
And I picked up some wonderful ground chicken. It's 90% lean. It's absolutely gorgeous stuff. You thaw this out, you make some wonderful patties, and here's the ingredients, folks.
Okay.
You slice up some wonderful onions and you put those in an aluminum drip pan. You add and cover up some chicken broth with those. So I got about 2 nice onions sliced up, put some chicken broth in the bottom, brown the burgers up, and Meryl's going to bring those over. We're going to brown the burgers up just until they're nice and golden brown. And this is the beauty shot right here. We're going to open that baby up. Oh, I love it. Now, you can add sauerkraut to it, but we did the onions and chicken broth. We cooked up the burgers to perfection, grabbed some nice buns. The onions are nice and tender underneath. Beautiful chicken on the grill. Just all you have to do is go to the freezer department or fresh chicken. Happy grilling, folks.
Fire up that grill.
Grillers throughout Minnesota can find Mad Dog and Meryl's signature spices, sauces, and marinades at these fine retailers or online at maddogandmeryl.com. Happy grilling!
Here in Carlsville, we make our own unique handcrafted spirits. Door County Distillery uses an artisanal copper pot still, perfect for capturing the clean essence of Door County flavors. It starts with purified water, a natural single-source limestone-infused water from the peninsula. Our premium vodka is fresh, pure, welcoming, and approachable, with a smooth and clean farewell. Take Door County Gin or Cherry Vodka to your next event. Go ahead, open our door. Door County Distillery, distilling the spirit of Door County.
MHP, Phoenix, and Profire grills and accessories as seen on today's show are available at these fine retailers. Go to modernhomeproducts.com for special option packages or to find a dealer location near you.
Hey, welcome back to Mad Dog and Meryl's Midwest Grilling. We are at the Door County Maritime Museum. And you know, didn't that Brewmaster Rich remind you of somebody?
Yeah, pirate, right?
I think this guy can. Anyway, hey, right behind us, folks, is the Rouse Simmons. Rouse Simmons.
Rouse Simmons.
And no, it's not either. That's sunk. This is the John Previs.
Oh, really?
Tugboat. Yeah, we'll talk about Rouse in just a moment.
The Rouse sunk?
But they're actually giving a tour right now, and this is one of the tours you can take at the Maritime Museum. Yeah, the Rouse Simmons actually was called the Christmas tree ship.
Oh, is that the one that brought all the Christmas trees?
Down to Chicago Market during the holiday seasons. And
There's
it was back.
Book.
It was yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Nice websites too.
Yeah.
November 26, 1912. It was taking its last run.
Okay.
And it had its full crew plus 10 lumberjacks.
Gotcha.
And it was taking its last runs, and it went into the teeth of a. It was going into the of a blizzard gale.
Oh, man.
It went into the teeth of a blizzard gale. We were talking with Bob, the executive director here at the museum, and he said, November's not a good month for ships.
Oh, I bet it isn't.
So there's a lot of great shipwrecks, a lot of great shipwreck beers when you come to Door County. We're going to do a mop sauce right now.
All right, good.
Let me
got a
show
mop?
these racks. No, but I've been slow cooking. I've been slow cooking on our Phoenix grill some wonderful racks of ribs. I just want to show you. Here's the way. First of all, that bone pulled right out of there.
Yeah.
But they just rip right apart. Now that's a rack of ribs right there, and I've slow cooked those, but I want to do a nice mop sauce. So as they're slow cooking, you want to do a mop sauce. If you add a heavy barbecue sauce with lots of sugars, it's going to burn.
That's right, exactly.
So we have in here a little bit of diced onion. I've got some lemon. I'm going to squeeze a half a lemon. I've already got one in there already, a nice wedge, so we'll do a 3/4 of a lemon.
Yeah. 3/4 of a wedgie?
Yeah, a little wedgie.
Okay.
And so we add a little bit of lemon in there. I'm going to add a little bit of garlic salt in there. And it's kind of a refrigeration day for cleaning out for mop sauces, but it's low sodium. We got a little bit of Worcestershire in there. A lot of times down south, they use a lot of pepper and garlic, so we're doing Grilling Magic, which is a low sodium garlic pepper blend. So lots of garlic pepper. A lot of times they use a stick butter. Today we're going to use a nice little rosemary olive oil. So I'm going to pour a couple tablespoons. There's the rosemary.
Is that the ship?
Yeah, no, about a quart low though. Hold on. Yep, there it is, quart low. I chose today the Porter, the Peninsula Porter. A nice heavy beer. So we're going to add the Peninsula Porter inside of there and just a couple dashes of hot sauce. And you don't have to write this recipe down, but kind of create it with your own ideas, but low in sugar. And a lot of times down south they have this mop-looking thing.
Right, exactly. Like
but
if you used to clean a toilet bowl.
Thanks.
I tell you the truth.
And so as our racks of ribs are grilling, you simply mop it to keep moisture on them. and slow cook them every once in a while and keep them hopping.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Especially it's got a dry rub on it. It's absolutely fantastic.
It really is.
Really
Yeah,
has
exactly.
A good flavor here.
It actually has some of our seasonal on there.
Ah,
yeah.
That's our #1 seller, seasonal.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Is it? Okay. All right. Anyway, hey, we call it a Cajun boil. You can call it whatever you want, but this is very easy to do. It's made with shrimp. Well, I've taken some kielbasa. I've cut some kielbasa up, threw it in a pan. I sliced up some lemon, sliced it up, threw it in a pan. I went ahead and took some red potatoes, put them in a pan. Did you get that? Did I lose you?
Nope.
Okay.
I was just talking about last one. Cajun oil.
Yeah, I did too. Come on, I'll stop. Sweet corn. You cut the sweet corn up, place it right up, place it in the pan. Normally I'll start the potatoes first, put some water. I use any type of beer. Captain's Copper comes out absolutely great. Start out the potatoes, let them go for about 20 minutes, then add all the other ingredients, the kielbasa, the sweet corn, and the shrimp. And let me show you what you got here.
Can we see?
You can see. Let me get my great hot mitts. We'll sell these to you folks online, 2 for $1.
This looks absolutely delicious. It really is. And it's a great way to do it. And you know what? That Captain's Copper adds a great flavor to it. It really does.
Look at that, baby.
The corn in there, the shrimp in there, the taters in there, the kielbasa, the onion, the beer, the butter.
Life's good, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, man.
Sit back, have a copper ale.
You could serve a copper ale with this?
Yes, you could serve anything in there.
Really?
And the shrimp is
so whether it's
really
the mop
delicious.
sauces with the shipwreck brew in, the beautiful Cajun boil with the beer in, beer is wonderful to cook with. Shipwreck Brewery, don't forget to go online at shipwreckmicrobrew.com, shipwreckmicrobrew.com, and learn more about doing and don't forget that great event coming up on September 22nd.
Yep.
Brewfest in Egg Harbor. Going to be a great time.
You got it. I can't wait to go there.
I bet you're going to be there.
I better believe it.
100 microbrews, you better believe it.
I love it.
Hey, we'll be right back to wrap this baby up.
That's right.
Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grillin' is brought to you in part by Cherry Delight, a Door County original.
Well, I'll tell you what, we've had a great day today. If our camera guy is swift enough, we've got the fireboat tour behind us here.
Right.
And it's an old fireboat that used to pump gallons of water in case there was a fire port side or on a ship. That would be the rescue boat right there. And you can take tours when you come to Sturgeon Bay here at the Door County Maritime Museum, along with all the great other things that go on in Door County.
It is a beautiful place over here.
You know,
really
there are over 3,000 shipwrecks in Lake Michigan. 3001, 3002, 3004, 3005, 3006, 3007.
No, 3006.
I guess the shipwreck stopped right here in Door County. And don't forget to visit Egg Harbor. Don't forget Brewfest in Egg Harbor, September 22nd. Over 100 microbrews from Wisconsin there, and it's going to be a great time. Or you can go online at shipwreckmicrobrew.com to learn more about the great menus, the hours that Shipwreck is open, and it's always a great time here in Door County.
Yes,
Merrill, I think it's time for us to discover our own shipwreck.
I think so. I'm ready to dive in.
3008, 3009, 3010.
I can stop right there. We don't even have to go that
3011, 3012,
All right, man,
3013,
Goodbye, everybody.
14. Goodbye.
Join us every Sunday morning for tasty tips, tricks, and techniques on Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grillin'. Products, recipes, and accessories as seen on today's show can be found by clicking on featured products at maddogandmerrill.com. And don't forget to friend Mad Dog and Merrill on Facebook. Happy grillin'!